Good morning. How are we doing? I'm so sorry. I was out in the garden putting some washing out. I'm sorry. Sorry I'm late. I'm here. Don't worry. Don't panic. I'm here. You have to miss me for too much longer. Morning, Kev. Morning, Jeff. Morning, Lisa. How are we this morning, guys? Oh, I don't know, Matt. This is called. This is my time. This is the. It's nice out. I thought I'll get the washing on the line quick before I come and talk to you guys, but then I didn't do it quick enough, obviously. So the socks, you know when you put in socks on the washing line? They take forever because they're just like, just a nightmare. I think you've got Neil coming down this morning now. I can hear him coming down the stairs. There he is. All right.
Not me a drink.
Well, I haven't because I didn't know if you were coming down or not because I could hear you on the phone.
Phone's not phone there.
And I didn't want to shout upstairs asking what drink you wanted because I didn't want to interfere with your work phone call.
All right. I'll let you down. You're all right.
Oh dear. I am not always late, Kent. I was doing washing. I was doing girl stuff. Morning, Colston. You're aching after yesterday, Jeff. Is that because you played 2 rounds of golf in the day? Good morning, Wayne. How are we doing? But yes, it's I'm all right today. I'm washing's out, which is good. That's right. I've done some. There we go. There we go. Yellow Paul. How are we? So you see my there's a whole Twitter thing going off now on Lee's trust golf ball thing. But yes, I've been. You've seen my my video now. That's out. My secret project I was working on. That was the how to knit a golf club head cover. So that's out. So I'm sorry if you're watching it. Sorry, it's 48 minutes of your life you're never getting back. I'm sorry. It's a really, really long. Did you watch it, Paul? It's a long video, isn't it? I didn't realise it was going to be that long. I mean, it could have been 5 hours. So it was definitely cut down from 5 hours. Morning, Chris. Morning, Peter.
Morning,
everybody. Kent's comment is good, and it's all that time you're never going to get back. But I did take you on board what you said about time stamping, and I put in the comments a time stamping at certain parts of the video, which may have been more interest to others than other parts. So that was all right.
More interesting to others than others.
There's other parts.
Some
like that,
others.
No, just somebody might have wanted just a bit about pom-poms. Somebody might want a bit about casting on, so I've time-stamped them so they can go straight to them parts. I know you haven't watched it because you sit and watch me knit all the time.
Yeah, I know.
So don't worry, mate. Wayne, you're not really missing a lot because it's 48 minutes of me showing you how to knit, basically. Unless you're going to knit, unless you're going to really, really want to knit one, I'd skip it. Does he have to play again when they click him? Brilliant. Love it. Absolutely love it. Morning, Sam. How are we doing? Yeah, Debbie started doing so. She's got the she hasn't got knitting needles, so she got some chopsticks out and she started practicing knitting on chopsticks.
On chopsticks?
Yeah, just to get into the practice of how to knit again.
Yeah.
So yeah, hey, why not? This is the one that I started last night and finished again this morning. This is to replace the one that went missing.
Missing in the post, isn't it? Yeah.
So this is done. I'm just doing the 5 hybrid now, so that can go out tomorrow. And I'll also redo David Gapes, who's 4-4 golf on YouTube. I'll redo his because it might turn up, it might not, but I'm just edging on the side of.
They both got posted.
They were both posted at the same time, and neither of them have turned up yet. So I'm gonna work on the proviso that it's not going to turn up. So I may as well do another one and send it out.
Okay.
If I post it tomorrow at the hospital, I know I've posted it then. So it's done, gone, done. Yeah, we're all right, thanks, Sam. It's Monday morning, so happy days. Push it as a training course on the face. I should do, shouldn't I, really? Do you want to learn how to knit? The Princess School of Knitting. Should I do that?
Yeah, you can.
And then I can do one at Easter for knitting Easter chicks. Yeah, I could do, couldn't I? Yeah. Is it not a bit long though? I did worry that it's quite a long video at 48 minutes. It is a Leeds one, Sam. Somebody has requested, in fact, a couple of people requested Leeds colours to be fair.
Glory Hunters.
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
Glory Hunters. Yeah, Neil's cup. Sorry, I'll have it that way around instead. Oh dear, let's have a look. Send it to people who like knitting and golf. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? I'll have a go at. I might do a thing on. I already did the Facebook advertising, and I got like very little from it. I will see. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? It's something to do. Makes a pretty decent play. He does, yeah. He's a decent player. I think he when I played him, he said he played to 18. But I think to be fair, he did play a lot worse than that. But he has played better than that, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. What was it? Could you follow it quite easily then, Lisa, the instruction? Because you always worry, are you telling people too much or not enough? And are people actually getting it? Especially because the camera wasn't quite, it was zooming in, but it wasn't quite focusing as much as I wanted to, which is a bit, like that camera wasn't focusing very well when I zoomed right in. But never mind, Kent, it's got Debbie something to do. Debbie has got something to keep her occupied now, knitting with chopsticks. That's a new one on me, that.
She's always got plenty to do. Running around after Ken.
Well, she has, that's true. This is true, yeah. Doing woman's work.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to I think you need to really get a proper handicap, Sam, or at least use an app to give you a proper handicap that tracks your handicap as you get better as well. So yeah, it's pointless playing golf if you're not actually going to have a handicap as such, because you don't know how good or how bad you are, do you?
No.
And you can't see yourself improve if you don't have a handicap. So I think you do need to, at the very least, use an app. Put all your stats in for the last few games and get yourself an average handicap. Definitely, Sam. So Jeff, all being well, it's going to be Ollie's day if it happens. Got to let the wife know. Excellent. The visuals are good. Adding a stitch was easy to follow. That's all right. That's good. I'm happy because that was quite a tricky one. That with the adding the stitch, because quite often I have to have a quick. If I don't do it for ages, I have to have a quick look on YouTube and think, "Oh, there we go, I forgot." But yeah, happy days. Wait until November 2nd to see how to get the world. It'll just automatically kick in, Sam. It'll just take the average from your the best 8 from your last 20 games. So you're better off doing it now, because in fact, on the app that we use, what do we use?
Master Scorecard.
We use Master Scorecard app, and you can actually M Scorecard, and you can actually set that to it does your world handicap system now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you can actually use that with the new handicap system that's coming in. So download that one, Sam. M Scorecard. Put your last few games in, and it'll track them. Yeah, best 8 of 20. So that app, you can set it to have the normal UK handicap system or the world handicap system, and it does it for you. Yeah, so Sam, you haven't played 20, but it'll take you your best. If you start now, you'll have 20 in by the time it kicks in, at least. So I would definitely start logging something, and that's what Kev uses. Yeah, it's a really good app actually. There's quite a few people use that. Gaz Haig uses it as well. There we go. Where are we? You guys with over 18, I've got to shoot plus 10 or plus 40. We do, yeah, you're right, Paul. It's all about the day, isn't it? You can have a good day, bad day. Weather conditions, how you feeling, anything. Good morning, Lee. How are we? It is a fantastic way to do it, Paul. All rounds count. I think it's better, way better. I'd have to pay for end scorecard.
No, it's free.
I don't. What? No, end scorecard. We don't use end scorecard.
M Scorecard.
End. No. It's M, Sam. M Scorecard.
But I've just looked on mine, Corrine.
Yeah, M for mother. Scorecard. If you use that one, it's free. It's free app.
As you know, I'm 29.
Yeah.
But I would still be 29, but it's adjusted it slightly to 28.9 on World Handicap.
Yeah, but when you've used that, when we started back after lockdown, it had you down to about 26, didn't it?
On World, yeah, it does. It did.
Yeah. It's Golf Shake. I think Golf Shake is a free app, isn't it, as well?
I think it is, yeah. But like I say,
there's quite a few free apps out there, but we that's quite easy. I mean, well, on that M scorecard, you can add all sorts of data into like how many chips you take, how many putts you take.
Yeah.
But we just use it to log.
It's basically, I always fill that in at the same time as my scorecard.
Yeah,
so
we just use it to track your.
I find it easier because it tells you what your points are. You don't have to add them up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some courses aren't quite right on there, are they? No. I mean, stroke index won't be right, but as long as you check before you start,
scorecard,
you'll be fine. So, morning, Tina. How are we doing? Looking forward to watching the knitting vid. Good, you can get cracking with some knitting, Tina.
Telling you to breathe. What?
Yeah, download that one, Sam. Honestly, it's really good. It's really good.
On his iWatch, yeah. Telling him to breathe. Mine does that. It tells me to stand up as well.
Yeah, I don't wear mine anymore. I turn mine off anyway. Yeah, we're all right, thanks, Lee. Not bad at all. Not too shabby. Neil's back working today. Working hard.
I've made a couple of phone calls.
Oh dear. Morning, Steve. How we doing? No, it doesn't have GPS because it's not that sort of app. It literally just tracks your what data you put into it. Oh, I don't think it does have GPS, does it? The M scorecard app.
I think you can use GPS on it.
Oh, can you?
I think.
He'll tell you in a minute. I don't really use it often. He just uses it.
I think you can, Corrine. I think you can on your.
That's why Kev said that's why he uses it, because he can't be arsed adding it up.
Yeah, but like I say, it just does it. But I always do add it up, but it just sort of like backs up. Because if I were playing with you, Kev, more than likely I would put your scores in as well.
Kev says it does use GPS as well.
Yeah, it can.
But so we don't.
We don't use it because we've got the shot scope, so it's a lot easier than. I don't mind taking my phone out of my pocket when we're putted and we're walking to next tee to put a score in, but
exactly, yeah. So Steve's playing later with his beginner. How are they getting on, Steve? Your beginner? Are they starting to really get into it and enjoy it at least? Have a look. Kent's just blown my phone up, have you? I didn't see that. You have been busy.
Oh, is that where I'll start somewhere?
Yeah.
How was my head yesterday morning? It was fine, but I think I'll blame Elisa because I was drinking rum and ginger ale, weren't I, on recommendation. And it did hit me, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, you did. You did have
quite.
You didn't actually drink that much.
I didn't drink that much. Surprisingly, I had 2 bottles of beer.
And I think you had 3 or 4.
I only have 3 of them.
The problem is, you might have only had 3 of the rums, but there were 3 triples probably, because they were freehand.
I'm not doing that again.
You're not doing that again?
No.
You're battered. Absolutely battered.
I slept well though.
You did sleep well, yeah. Morning, Graham. How are we doing? And he didn't even snore on Saturday night, which was good. Didn't throw up either, which is a winner. Can't beat a bit of rum and ginger beer, no. No worries, Sam. He's got that M scorecard installing now. Yeah, it is good.
I say that's the one we've used from day one, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
But like I say, if you set it to world handicap, it'll give you that track. Yeah, the constant track, so you'll know. Yeah. But at least it'll give you after about 3 rounds, it'll give you an idea of where you are. You can set it up to Congo anyway, and it'll do 3 rounds, and then I would imagine.
Absolutely. Certainly did. Lee left, he was sober, came back and he was going to bed.
Yeah.
Battered, Lee.
I was sick of waiting for you, Lee, so I went to bed.
So Steve's beginner's keen as mustard. Excellent. Favourite age she called. She's got the Vogue.
Yeah.
Books and lessons of the pro. Fab. Oh, I love it when you get new people in. Brilliant. Rum ginger. This Lisa has started a revolution with the rum and ginger. I think it's called Dark and Stormy and Bermuda. It's rocket fuel. It clearly is rocket fuel, Paul.
Yeah, it was.
He was living proof of that.
It could have been worse. I blame the weather as well, because I was going to have that wine, weren't I?
Yeah.
Spirits.
You didn't have any beer. You'd have had beer, wouldn't you? You could have had it in. To be fair.
I need to learn my lesson.
She is, Ken. I don't like that head cover. That's quite funky, that. Exactly, Sam. It'll give you something to do, putting your scores in, but also you'll benefit you by doing it.
Yes, Paul. It did taste like pop.
Oh no.
That's the trouble when you get a drink that's so easy going. Mind you, if I'd have drunk that gin that you had, I could have drunk a bottle of that. That would
definitely like pop, weren't it? But I think Jeff said up here something about I'd sobered up really quick. I wasn't drunk. I generally wasn't drunk. I only had 3. And I genuinely was not battered. I didn't even feel battered or lightheaded at all.
No.
What are you looking at that for?
Nothing.
I didn't. I genuinely didn't.
I know. No, you genuinely didn't.
Let's have a look. I've missed a few people. Exactly. Jeff says roll on Friday for us too. I'm so excited. This next 4 to 3 days is going to drag like a mother trucker. Absolute mother trucker.
I've spoke to Steve about having Friday off. I think I'll allow that on Friday, but I'm going to book it off because I want my first free day to be able to go out. I said, plus I'm going to get my car serviced. So.
What did he say?
Oh, all right, okay.
Good. Lisa said it must be spice rum. That Kraken spice rum.
It's spice rum, yeah.
I think we've only got spice rum actually. The dark rum, anyway.
I don't think them from Dominican are spiced.
I know they're maybe they're not now. Oh, J Max in pain with his back. Oh, what have you done? What you done? Got this umbrella. It isn't really an umbrella. It's a bottle disguised as an umbrella. Used to sneak booze into festivals. Filled it rum called it his rumbrella. Nice, like it. You can get them pouches, can't you? They're like like the bags that you take blood in. When they take blood off you, they get the blood bag. It's like a pouch like that. They sell them in Poundland and stuff, and they hold about half a litre or something like that. But because they're that flexible, you can sort of tuck them in and hold up and put them on your body so they're not in your bag. When you get searched, you can't find them. That's not a top tip, by the way, but it's just something that I've heard people do. It tastes like cream soda. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I didn't like it. Friday is release date. Yes. Get out of prison. Yes. Yes. Let's have a look. Parma Violet cider. It is nice, that one, Colston. I've had that one as well, the Parma Violet cider. You don't like it though, do you?
Not keen. I don't like Parma Violet. So.
How much Oggy are we bringing to Oggy's golf day? Quite a lot by the sounds of it. Mind you, we can go shopping while we're down there, can't we?
Do you like that Parma Violet cider?
Parma Violet cider's nice, and the Parma Violet gin's nice as well. Yes, it was cracking. There's about half a bottle left now, something like that. So you must have had a fair bit.
Yeah.
Jesus. The Valley and the Old Duke. That sounds like a game over drink. Jesus. So we are we're stopping. We've got a holiday let. It's not far from Bodmin that we're stopping, and Kev and Jordan are stopping with us for a couple of days, which is fine, fabulous. We're gonna have a party. We're all gonna be battered. We'll be battered by the time we get back to. We'll have to get a taxi back, from the golf course. Because Neil Wolfrey said I've got a caddy for him, and he's bringing gin.
So for taxis, I'm
going to be battered by the time I get off the course. Wowzers! So you'll need 2 vans for the drink and a rucksack for his clothes. Nice. Yeah, have a good day, Sam. Have a good round.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't forget to log your scores on your new app. Compressed disc from when he was in the RAF flares up again. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think I'd get an op on my back. That'd be very. There's got to be some serious high risks having back surgery. Seriously. I hope you're wrong too, as well, Paul. Mind you, even if it's not on,
we're still going to Cornwall.
Assuming they're not in lockdown, we're still going down to Cornwall on a week.
Yeah.
So we just need we just need a break. We need a holiday. We just need to get away. A week away. Go. Lisa has created some drinkers. You created some monsters, Lisa.
At least we're not on the neat vodka yet. Lisa.
Yet. There's time.
There's time, yeah.
There's time, don't you worry.
There's time.
What do you mean, Kent? Lightweight, pathetic? You've never met Neil Wolfrey. He's a hardcore drinker. He's absolutely lovely. Proper hardcore drinker, isn't he? In fact, I won 5 yo-yos off him in Portugal because he bet me on day one that the Blues were going to win, and I said no, Reds were going to win because I was on red team and he was on blue team. And we said, right, we'll have a bet. Whoever loses has to present the 5 yo-yos to the other one in front of everyone on the last night. I was like, you're on, pal. Anyway, the Reds won. So he had to stand up in front of all 80 people and present me with my 5 yo-yos. So, but yeah, he said that when we go down for Oggie's Day, he's going to supply me with gin. As well. He said, as long as you caddy for me. And I said, do you want to have a word with GMAT Graham about caddying? Because my caddying skills, no, not very quite up to scratch. He said, I don't care. Bless him. I'm not battered at the drop of a hat. Not at all, Kent. Oh, dear. To be fair, we did have a bit of a head start, and we did start drinking beforehand on Saturday. I probably started my drink about half an hour before we went on. Which normally I don't start till later.
No.
Exactly. Graham says the wolf can drink. They did 2 bottles of gin at Chorlton. He and Graham was smashed and Neil was fine. Honestly, he is an animal. A serious animal. Oh, here's a good one. Tina says, Kent, when was your photo taken? How young were you? He does look, you can't really see his photograph, but he probably does look about 20 years younger, I'd say. The fact he's got no grey hair and now he's like a silver, I won't say silver fox, because he'll get him, his head will swell. Go on then, Ken, how old were you on that photograph?
We're all waiting.
We're all waiting. No, it's not rude. It's honest. We're just having an honest conversation, Ken. It's an honest question. 12. Wedding day. It probably was. Or was it quite recent? But you just put a bit of Grecian 2000 in his hair or something. What do we think? I reckon you're probably about 40.
I'm not even guessing because I can't really see.
Well, he's got black hair.
Well, that doesn't mean anything, does it?
I reckon it were about 40 on that photo. Very rude. Come on then, Ken. If I'm being rude, tell me what you were. What were you, about 21? Circa 1975, Graham said. Oh yeah, sorry, not age 40. 40 odd years ago. 45 years ago. Oh dear. You have to put us out of his misery, Ken. You can't do this to us. The other thing, you know them oat latte things, they're alright. But you know when you get down the bottom, if you don't shake it, it almost tastes like a bit gritty and a bit syrupy, a bit thick. Wow, well, Kent, you have to put them out of misery then. Come on. Tell us, Kent. He'll tell us about 3 years ago.
It's probably just before he got associated with you on.
What are you trying to say?
On YouTube and Twitter and all that, and you've just aged him.
I have not aged him that bad.
I think it was probably about 3.
I ain't done a bad job on you.
Probably about 3 months before he started chatting to you on Twitter.
I've not done a bad job on you, have I? In fact, I'm going to show people a picture of you when we first met. Let's see.
The picture was 48 then.
Really? Sorry. Wow. Right. Let's look at your photographs. Let's find your first profile photograph. Profile pictures. This is when I first met Neil, and I told him he looked like a stalker. And you were what? You were 39.
Then. Yeah.
We've been together 13 years.
I weren't great then, were I?
But you did have that white spot.
Yeah, I know.
But you've also had grandchildren in this time.
Well, you can blame your grandkids if you want.
So this, if you can get it close, this is Neil, aged 39, when we first met. And put it there, so you can see. Take your hand away. Take your glasses off. Do you reckon? I told him he looked like a stalker. He had a real stalker look to him. But you ground me down, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, some of these pictures of us together, Jesus Christ.
You're ruining Corrine cancer.
When was this one taken?
What? That we're taking it.
This is 10 years ago.
Where was that then?
That was John LaRue's wedding. This was 10 years ago. Colson said he looks exactly the same, just a bit greyer. So this was 10 years ago. This is us two 10 years ago. Wow. Awful. You definitely saw potential, didn't you, love?
No.
Jeepers creepers. I always said when I went blonde, I'd never go back dark. But now I'm not blonde. I'll never go blonde again.
No.
Have a look. Debbie's made you a gentleman and beat your trap. Yes, I think you're right, Lisa. I think he is a bit of a gentleman. Definitely. But he just tries to suppress it. Peter says I've aged you.
Yeah.
It's the grandkids that have aged him, really, Peter. Two grandkids.
Who's that bird I've always?
I know, right? Shocking. You and me know each other. Debbie's made you exactly, yeah. It looks like a top bloke. Lisa, I'm not a gentleman. Yes, you are, Kent. FRO. You FRO. You reckon I picked him up? Trust me, Chris, I did not. What happened, Neil?
I ground you down.
There you go. And he'll quite happily admit that. Won't you? Yeah. You ground me down because what? You saw...
potential. I saw potential.
Yeah. No, he didn't pick me up. He I don't know what you did actually. You just kept on at me.
Charmed you, Corrine.
Charmed me. Henpecked me.
Charmed you.
Henpecked me.
Charmed you.
You're a pest.
Yeah, something like that.
Sex pest.
I'm going back to work in a minute.
You're going back to work in a minute. Okay. Mm-hmm. Jeff, sorry, just watching 2 Spice Heads duke it out. Still waiting. 2 Spice Heads? What's that mean?
2 of them on spice.
Oh. Ooh. That's it, Paul. Persistence.
Having a fight.
Persistence.
Persistence, yeah.
Yeah. Never give up, dear. Like a dog with a bone. Oh, bless him. Horn dog.
But I've never heard that expression before.
Well, you've heard it now.
I have now.
Neil the horn dog. We should have that in your logo. Get rid of Neil's Nipsters. Neil, hashtag horn dog.
Dickhead.
To be honest, on a serious note, you look younger now. Really? And we do say that what I don't know what you mean, Kent. We do say that we're both like fine wines, aren't we?
Yes.
We've got better with age.
Yeah. Oh,
I certainly have.
I'm going. I've got to go back to work. So I'll see you all.
We're not here tomorrow because I'm at the hospital tomorrow.
I'll see you
getting drained again.
On Wednesday.
Wednesday. In fact, we've got a short week with them this week. What, today, Wednesday and Thursday. Because we're off out on Friday to get the car service.
Right, we'll see you. I'll see you.
Steve's just saying, persistent. Any regrets, Neil?
No regrets.
I didn't even force him to say that, guys. Just saying.
See you later.
Get some work done.
I'm gonna.
Bless him. Bless his little cotton socks. So you just left with me now. I'm sorry. Sorry. But it's quite nice actually. You know, when you look back at photographs of yourselves from like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever, and you see how you've changed, and you do look back and think, Christ almighty, what was I thinking? And you never think you will at the time. You always think that, like, even now, I'll probably look back at myself in 10 years and think, oh my God, what was I thinking? Neil's won at life. He really has, Lisa. He really has. I'd say he's hit the jackpot, but I can't put words into his mouth, obviously. The little horn dog he is. I love that. Absolutely love that. Should we start a hashtag, people? Tag Neil in it. Is at NJB68K. So that's his Twitter handle. Get him on there. Tag him and put hashtag horn dog. We should set this going. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yes, it was. Do you know what, George? You just reminded me. I tried to go back through that through Saturday night's live because it was around about. It was somewhere between 9:30 and 10 o'clock that those freaks came on, and I can't for the life of me find it. I've looked through, I've skimmed through, and I've watched it through, and I think Twitter may have already taken it out because we were on for 4 hours 27 minutes. But then when you actually go onto YouTube to look at the video, it's set up like 3 hours and 50 odd minutes. So I think that they've cut that bit out because I cannot find that dodgy bit because I found where to edit it and put a blur over it. So I was going to do that on Sunday, but I can't find it anywhere. So I wonder if YouTube's already taken it out because the length of the video is about half an hour shorter. Well, it must have gone then. It's fine. It must have gone. I've not been cut with monetization or anything from it, so that's not that I'm going to make a lot, but you know what I mean. It's what happens like, oh, you don't want to know, Colston. You do not want to know. You're like a porn show. I couldn't find the remove button quick enough. It was ridiculous. So we did the roulette thing, and we let somebody in called John. So somebody came on the chat and said, "Are you going to let John in?" So it's like, oh, let's let John in. So I let John in, and he came up and he shouted something on the microphone. We were like, rude. Next minute, the microphone came on, the camera came on, and let's just say that there was a young girl that looked under 16 performing an act on said on a male, and I was like, oh! delete. And I couldn't find the delete button quick enough. We were absolutely howling. I bet her mum was so proud. But even still, Paul, playing that video, I mean, seriously. Ugh. Vile. It's not my kind of scene on a Saturday night. Not to be watching it anyway. Ah. Oh, how cute are you, Ken? Ken and Debbie together. Ah, I love looking at old photos. So do you think Kent. I don't think she was. It sounded, they did didn't it? To be fair, it sounded like a 10-year-old. Just thinking you were being funny. Yeah, you're really not. But at least YouTube got rid of it, which is fine. I would love Paul to tell him to change his name to his Twitter name to Paul Neal, but he will not. He will not even refer to himself as that. So, and I can't even. But I suppose I could hack it and change it for him. I could do, couldn't I? I think it made us all laugh, Ken. The fact that it was like, I mean, you expect some weird stuff, but not that. So we just need to be a little bit careful now who we're letting. Yeah, catch you later, Kev. I think we may need to put the password back on. So if it does come up 1 week, it's password protected. It's the normal bogey password. Yeah, weird. Yes, I'll catch you later, Kev. Have a good one. Have a good day. Oh, for God's sake. So my day is going to consist. I turned off daytime TV this morning because I was about to slip my wrist. But it was just so dull. Daytime TV is shite. Absolute shite. And our people could sit and watch daytime TV day in, day out. Oh, mate. So I was sat this morning finishing with some knitting off, and that should be the rest of my day, I think, finishing some knitting. Yeah, catch you later, Steve. Have a good round with your beginner. So yeah, my day is going to be very boring. I think this week is going to drag because the end. It's like the end is nigh. The end is close. The end where we're actually allowed out to play is like touching distance, and so close yet so far. I've done everything that we need to do. Cars are cleaned, garden's tidy, grass is cut, cleaning's done, washing's done. I've literally got nothing left to do in the house, apart from cook tea later. Neil, King of Golf. He could not be Neil, King of Golf, because that would indicate he's a good golfer. Let's wait until he's got a bit better, shall we? It is, Lisa. I know. The problem is I'm not a relaxing person. I never have been. Hence why I'm not really a beach person, because I can't, and I'm not really a sun worshipper generally. In fact, even last week when I went out and laid in the sun, I managed an hour. I was like, I'm bored now. There's something to do. I'm bored now. I cannot. Sitting down and doing nothing for me is not relaxing. It's frustrating. And I'm one of these where I need to be doing something all the time. I mean, the knitting will keep me going for a little while, and I'll just put some music on. I know, hard to believe, isn't it? It's really hard to believe that, but I just can't. I can't do it. And I blame my mum because she's the same. She's exactly the same. I mean, my mum's how old is my mum? She's 63, and there was a time probably about 5 years ago when she had like 3 jobs on the go because she just can't do nothing. She can't relax and do nothing. She's got to be doing something all the time. So she had like 3 jobs just to keep her occupied. And I always said I'd never be like that. I'd always be, I can chill. It's fine. But as I'm getting older, I'm turning into my mum, big time. Really, I'm turning into my mum. So this is not good. I've already apologised to Neil. That's that one day I shall be she. In fact, I'll show you a picture of my mummy. Everyone says I look like my mummy. Let's find a nice picture of Mumsy. She's dopey as well, in the nicest possible way. She's ditzy. And in fact, to be fair, we're both a little bit ditzy. I don't mean ditzy. Yeah, see you later, Tina. Have a good day. As in, we'll both just start laughing for no reason, and I don't know why. Let's get a picture. I had a really nice picture of me and my mum. No. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's get a nice one of us. Oh, you'll be looking for something. You can't chuffy and find it. Will that do? That might do. No, that won't do. My mum's ace. She's a nurse as well. She's into nurse stuff. So all this time during the operation and stuff, Lisa, after the operation, I had to, I've been sending my mum pictures every day from the day of surgery of the area, because she likes to see weird stuff. She likes to see scars and stuff. She gets a bit weird. So this is my mummy. If you can see that. There's my mummy. Ah, she's a ditzy little thing. Bless her. And I spoke to Aidan. I messaged him on Saturday, or he messaged me on Saturday to say that he was golfing on Saturday, so he couldn't join us on Saturday night. And that was about it. No, it's not my sister, it's my mummy. Don't start that. Because when I was a teenager, people did actually used to think they were sisters, and I was mortified, as you would be as a teenager. Last thing you want as a teen is to be compared to your mum's sister. Honestly, she loved it. She absolutely loved it. And I was like, nope. Oh, you found it? Have you been watching it through? What minutes is it on, Paul? Because I need to blur it out. $2:43.17. Right, okay, I'll go on and find it. I'll delete that out. I'll blur that bit out. Why couldn't I find it then? That's really weird. Really weird. Yeah, I'll do that today. I'll do that as soon as I get off here, actually. So it's done. Gone. Hey, Kent, you're never grumpy. You're just Kent. Kent's just Kent. We know that. You're going to send some more photographs of you and Debbie. Oh my God. Baby Kent. Wow, Kent. Wow. That's special. Yeah, I thought it weren't long before I went to bed as well, Paul. You do look 12, Kent. You really do. Proper baby. Oh my God. In fact, I did have a picture of, I don't think did I? Picture of Neil. When he was, no, it's not that. I'll have to find it out for you. I've got a picture of Neil when he was little, him and his twin brother. And they look so cute together. You're like, oh, bless his little cotton socks. And I had one of him when Neil got married first time, him and his brother, and he looked same 12. He had when he got married first time, he had top hat and tails and everything, proper smart. And yeah, him and his twin brother, both insane. But you know what's really weird? I don't know if I've said this before. You always think, I don't know if anyone else has been in the same boat, male or female, but I always used to think, because my best friends when I was growing up, and they're still my best mates now, they're twins. And when we're sort of at the age when we started like going out with boys and stuff, I always used to think, if you fancied one twin, surely you must fancy the other twin, because they're identical. They look the same. Surely if you fancy one, you fancy the other. That is not the case. I can assure you that is not the case. I think it's down to personalities. Even though they're the same, they look the same. There's slight differences, very slight differences, but the personalities are complete polar opposite. It's weird. It's really weird. But I always thought, I never thought I'd end up with a twin. But I always just think that if you fancied one, you'd fancy the other. But that's really weird. Very weird. Both went to bed sharpish. No, we didn't both go up to bed sharpish after George. I took Neil up to make sure he didn't fall down the stairs, to make sure that he actually got into bed. And I came back down. So I didn't go to bed. He was Barco by the time I went to bed. Catch you next time, Chris. Have a good one. It's a learning curve. So, Peter, once we're allowed out and once I'm back on the course, am I going to come up and have a game of golf for you? Sorry, is me and Neil going to come up and have a game of golf for you? So if it comes a pair, I know. If you take one, take me, you've got to take Neil, or all the way around, whatever. I get it. Are we going to get out on the course then, Peter? To be fair, Peter, you can see on that video that Lee put out the other day, you can see some massive improvements. You're doing really well. I'd have been pleased with them shots anyway. Absolutely, 100%. So we're looking forward to seeing you more on the channel anyway, Peter. Get out there and get enjoying the golfies. Yeah, we'll come up to you, Pete. No worries. No bigger. It'll probably be later on in the year, but we'll come up to you. Come and have a round of golf with you. Ah. I need bunker work. I don't know what I do with my bunker shots. Occasionally I get out. In fact, to be fair, most times lately I have got out, but I just don't know how I'm doing it. I have no idea how I'm doing it. Quite often I'll hit it, it'll roll up the face, hit the lip, and somehow flip out and land at the top, which is fine, it's still out. But even if I hit a decent one, it actually gets out. I don't know what I'm doing to get out. So I think I just need to be a little bit more aware of what I'm doing when I'm actually doing it. Let's be honest. As soon as we get out on Friday, it's all going to go to crap anyway. So we've got a plan of action for Friday. So we're out at 6 o'clock. We're going to film the first 3 holes, and we're going to do I'm going to do a little bit of something on there, golfing wise. So we're going to do a 3-hole, not a match or a challenge. Just we're going to film 3 holes with a bit of a difference. And then we've got a lad called Corrine coming out with us as well, who's a member at Crookhill and he's also one of the subscribers. And he's going to come out with us at 6 o'clock. We might only do 9 hours, I don't know yet. But then I might film 3 holes with him and Neil, like a little 3-hole. Again, not necessarily a match, but I think he's a very similar handicap to us. So just do 3 holes with Aaron and Neil. But I'll be absolutely fine, Jeff. Absolutely fine. I'm not hitting any full shots. I'm not doing anything to. I'm not Kent. You'll see when you see it. I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be. And yes, I am going to speak to my physio on Friday morning because she's calling me up at 8:30 for a telephone conversation. I'm going to speak to her on Friday, and I'm going to speak to my consultant tomorrow to see if I can do chipping and putting. So that's fine. With what I've got planned, I'm doing nothing more. I'm doing nothing strenuous at all. You'll see. You will see. It's all good in the hood. But no, I will be careful. I will not be a DICK. I will not do anything that hurts or that feels painful in any way. But as you can see, look, I can put my arms up, look. I mean, when I do that, this one looks a lot higher because I'm ready for a draining. The cleavage there, but the lump on the boob there, it's not really a boob, starts there. I feel like a bit like Pamela Anderson at the minute on one side. It's really not good. I'm playing True Links on Saturday. Drove the green, Jesus. That's on George. Gutted. I bet he was absolutely gutted. No one needs. In fact, nobody wants to see those being missed, do they? Not at all. Oh look. Like we're going to Silas on the 23rd. Oh, nice. Be nice. Yeah, posters. Have a look. So who watched the golf last night? Who stayed up and watched it all? We watched. I think I fell asleep about 11, half 11ish. I don't know if know what time Neil went to sleep. We didn't watch it all. But no, it was certainly for the first 9 holes after the last group had gone out. It was anyone's game yesterday. Anyone could have took that. Really was. But no, I'm glad that young lad won it because I think he's nearly won it a couple of times. Won comps a couple of times in the last few weeks. I'm glad he's finally won one now. But I really wanted what's his name to win. Oh, what's his name? That came second. Not Dustin, other one. Who came second yesterday? This is what I mean. My brain's gone. Talk about a complete brain fart. Morning, Daz. How are we doing? I do because I'm with a pom pom. Not wrong with that. I need to check who this guy's name is. Oh, Jesus Christ. Casey, I wanted him to win. But he didn't do bad coming second. Bless him. Didn't do bad. I'm all right, Daz. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Bored, but I'm all right. I'm getting ready for our release date. Prison release date is Friday. Honestly, I am, Ken. I must be. So some days I'm all right, but other days I just completely forget simple words. What's wrong with me? I put it down to the fact that I'm doing nothing during the days. I'm not using my brain. I'm not working. So I put it down to the fact that my brain's getting lazy and just forgetting simple things. That's what I'm. That's either that way. I really am turning into my mum really early because she's the same. Oh dear. Don't. When I look at my mum and I think, oh God, shoot me down. If I was a horse, she'd have put me down years ago. Jeez. Right. Anyway, I've noticed the time. Oh, I'm getting stiff. I can feel it filling up even more and more. Can't wait to get drained tomorrow. Should we take some bets? They bore me, Daz. They bore me. So that's words and puzzles. Should I go upstairs and just annoy Neil? I'll sit behind him and poke him. Neil, I'm bored. Neil, I'm bored. Neil, I'm bored. How long do you reckon to get away with that one? 2 minutes. Not even that. Let's take some bets. Before you go, let's take a bets. No, I'm not going double Fs. How many mils do we think are going to get drained tomorrow? I'm going with about 450 mils, I reckon. Any advances on 450 mils? Or any decline on 450? 9 mils? That is 445. Nice. So let's just write this down. 620, Jeff. Jesus. Apparently the record's about 1.1 litres or something. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how big was it? Yeah. Colston 426. Definitely not going to be a litre, Daz. No, not getting a litre out of this. What's the prize? You get to see him flat like a pancake on Wednesday. and it's not really painful. It's just it gets uncomfortable. It's getting to the stage now. It's just getting uncomfortable now. 390. Okay. One good thing is before it was filling out towards the side as well, but this was like quite full. So now it's not. It's more that way rather than that. I can't squeeze it because there's no outlet for it, Daz. It's not pleasant what they're doing. They stick a needle in right under there at the side of the boob, and then they just pull it off with the syringe. It's a little bit uncomfortable when they stick the needle into a bit that's not quite numb anymore. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ. She's like, sharp scratch. Sharp scratch. Why did they say sharp scratch? It's not a freaking sharp scratch. Jeez. Debbie's gone 470. Okay. No, Daz, you would be sick if you saw the rest of it. If you saw what actually comes out. Apparently it's like gelatin. There you go. It sets. If you leave it, it sets. You're welcome. Matt's going 418. Oh, that's quite a good range of things there. Oh, Lisa 280. Oh, interesting. Well, we shall see on Wednesday, shall we? Who's the winner? I mean, I don't think you're going to win anything, but no, you'd be doing that if you saw it last week. Neil was in the room last week when they did it. They were like, "You all right? You all right?" And he's like, "Yeah," and he's just like. The nurse that's in there, she's lovely. She's called Pet. I think she's Filipino. She's absolutely lovely. And she says, she's proper batty, and she's like, "Oh, don't you faint, Neil." Bless him. Anyway, I want to get going. I will catch you on Wednesday. So don't work too hard if you're working, and if you're golfing, have a good game, have a good round. Hit some balls for me. Hit some full shots for me until I can. But yeah, have a good one. He's got a pork pie for lunch. Yeah, he'll be fine, Kent. He'll be fine. Good luck to Kent's car for getting through the MOT. Let us know on Wednesday if he goes through. But yeah, catch you later, guys. Have a good one. Stay safe and take care. See you soon.